while we were working on closing the Brighton office so that we could save some funds and increase the quality of our service, 9/11 hits. And so that provides us with another interesting challenge, yet challenge becomes an opportunity for us, because post 9/11 what we saw was an increase for the need to provide security and intelligence type of information. And so we again stepped back, did some strategic planning, look at some of the partners we'd worked with in the past. We also went to our clients, the corporations, the universities, and said, what are you looking for in the way of product to provide before you send your students abroad or your corporate executives abroad? And we looked at the competition and what they were providing, just to make sure that we were trying to cover all of our bases. And we found that we were deficient in two areas. One, at that point, was pre-trip information, where we had a long-standing relationship with ASI, and they were giving us pre-trip security. We had nothing in the way of medical information. And so to fill that gap, and I'm not going to talk too much about it, we partnered with Harvard Medical International and put together an online medical and location type report that we can provide our clients up front. And Harry will talk about that a little bit later. We had the security piece with ASI already in place. The other thing that we found that our clients wanted was they had been coming to us, particularly in the corporate market, and looking for medical type of information and coordination. And now they wanted a one-stop shop so that they could get the pre-trip, the medical, the security, and the intelligence all in one place. And so we had a long-standing relationship with ASI, which was founded in 1989, a best-of-breed type of organization. They were owned by Air Routing Group, and being a partner and working together with them for so long, it just seemed logical to try and work with them to figure out how to put the pieces together for a seamless solution. I approached ASI in May of 2007, and I've got to tell you, our initial meeting went about as good as it could in those situations, because what happened was I went in kind of gently with partnership and strategic alliance, and by the end of the day, I realized that ASI was part of a much larger organization, and their long-term strategy was to sell. They understood that our long-term strategy was to buy, and so it went together very quickly. One of the reasons, it took us about a year to put the acquisition together, which isn't a terribly long time as those things go. I stayed fairly focused. I thought the people at ASI were focused, although I found out later that there were a lot of distractions along the way. There were several companies that were vying to purchase them. But I think there were two main reasons why it worked. First, it was a plus for both sides. It was a plus for MEDEX, and it was a plus for ASI. And second, the cultures of the two companies fit very closely. Both ASI and MEDEX we value our employees very, very much. And as these other suitors came in, that wasn't the case. So it was fortunate for us. We went out and were able to purchase ASI and start putting the pieces together. The assistance industry has changed pretty dramatically over the past 30 years. And as I've mentioned, we try to step back on a regular basis and assess where we're at and adjust the sails, if you will, so that we can respond to the needs of our customers. We've been very lucky. MEDEX has experienced significant growth and profitability over the past 8 years, as has ASI, who is a leader in their industry as well. As far as planning for the future, there are three things that we're looking to do. We're going to continue looking for acquisitions. That's part of my background. I find that a very easy way to grow businesses, as long as you know what you're doing and you pick the right partners. And cash is king in a down economy when you're in a recession. And so we're going to be looking for partners out there that we can bring on board and increase our size and the service offering that we put out. We do a lot in the IT field. While we provide assistance, we also have used a member portal to provide more and more information to our clients. And we're going to continue with that in the future. And third, we're going to focus on our core business, try to provide excellent customer service as we have in the past. And so if we can do this is a selection of some of our customers, which we always like to show. We've got local companies like T. Rowe, McCormick, Black & Decker that have been with us for a long time. And Wachovia Bank is with us as well. New York Stock Exchange, New York Times have been with us for a very long time. We also have insurance clients that are 20, 25-year clients of MEDEX. So we have a great persistency with our clients as well. I want to kind of summarize now and go through basically 3 points. One, as I did my talk from a business standpoint, one of the things that I said many times was continually revisit your strategic plan, because I think that is very important. Static companies are the ones that die. The dynamic companies are the ones that grow. So we, on a regular basis, every 3 years, we in-depth redo our strategic plan, and on an annual basis we revisit to make sure that we're staying on track, and we look not just at what we're doing locally but what's going on internationally. I think if you want to sustain a growing business internationally, you need to know what's going on from a regulatory standpoint and what's changing with international standards. Within the past year, we've seen the Safe Harbor compliance come up in the UK, or in the EU, Corporate Manslaughter Act in the EU, which makes corporations personally responsible for their acts, and then one that's not here, FSA regulations in the UK that cover the insurance that we might want to sell there. A very new, different concept, and something that we needed to work pretty diligently on to make sure that we were in front of. And last but not least, I think if you're going to work in an international environment, you need to be focused and flexible. We, as I mentioned before, operate or work in 200+ countries on an annual basis. We have over 300 cases going on any given day, so we're interacting with people all over the world. We need to make sure that we understand what the regulatory differences are country by country, especially when you're working in a medical or a security environment. And I think we need to be aware of the cultural differences. We need to know what they are. And one of the things that we try to ingrain in the people in our call center is that we need to respect our partners around the world. Thank you very much.